The Career Builders did a study, and I just want to take a note of a couple things. The most common effects of a bad hire: 40% less productive, lost time to recruit, and lost monetary costs, around 35 to 40%. Employee morale negatively affected, 1/3, 33%. And then, not to forget, legal issues seems like a small number, but 1 out of 10 is still not very good if you have to start hiring lawyers. They said, what are the characteristics of a bad hire? You can read those, but the one I want to point out is employees didn't work well with other employees. 60%. That's an emotional intelligence issue at that point. That's not a skill or a competency issue, that's an emotional intelligence issue. Employee had a negative attitude. Another emotional intelligence issue rather than a competency issue. We'll often be focused on competencies, the KSAs as we call them, knowledge, skills, and aptitudes. And we will miss often the emotional intelligence piece, but that's often where most of the problems are with a bad hire. What's at stake? The cost of a bad hire. The one number that comes up the most is 1.5 times annual salary. So let's say, for example, you hire a bad hire at $60,000. They'll estimate that a bad hire will cost you $90,000. Where and how? At the cost of bad performance. There's the loss of time and opportunity. I worked with a company that had branch offices all over the country. And by the time they figured out it was a bad hire, it would take about a year, and then it would take another year to get rid of them. And that we have 2 years at that point of an underproductive person. It's lost time and opportunities. And here's a real big one. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot. It's the morale on the other employees. The number one reason an employee leaves a company is not because of the money, not because of opportunities, but because of their boss. Good employees leave organizations because they don't get along with their boss. So if you get a bad hire, you might lose 2 or 3 good employees before you figure it out.